12 secrets the rich don't want you to know. We live in a world designed by the rich, for the rich. Everything from the media you consume to the advice you're given is carefully curated to keep you trapped in the rat race while they soar higher. They want you grinding away at a 9-to-5, terrified of taking risks, and constantly chasing the next paycheck. Why? Because the moment you realize the game is rigged, you become a threat to their system. It's time to pull back the curtain and uncover the truths the wealthy don't want you to know. We're diving deep into the 12 secrets they hope you never figure out, from how they use your own beliefs against you to the systems they manipulate to keep the wealth flowing in their direction. Brace yourself, because what you're about to learn may shatter every illusion you've been sold. But trust me, the truth is the first step to breaking free and building the life you deserve. Let's get started. Look, I'm all about putting in the work, but the rich love to preach about hustling harder while conveniently leaving out a crucial part of the equation: leverage. They encourage you to trade your hours for dollars, but they've figured out that true wealth comes from multiplying your time and effort. How do they do it? By leveraging other people's time, money, and skills. They build businesses with employees, invest in assets that generate passive income, and use debt strategically to scale their wealth. They understand that your ability to earn is limited, but your ability to learn and leverage is limitless. Ever notice how the media loves to portray wealthy people as greedy, corrupt, or just plain evil? That's by design, my friends. The more you associate money with negativity, the less likely you are to pursue it. And guess what? That keeps you right where they want you, stuck in a scarcity mindset, too afraid to dream bigger. The truth is, money is simply a tool, a magnifier of who you already are. It can be used for good or bad, just like any other tool. The key is to develop a healthy relationship with money, understand its power, and use it to create positive change in your life and the world. The traditional advice of save 10% of your income and invest in a mutual fund might work for a comfortable retirement, but it's not going to make you wealthy. Why? Because the returns are too small and the game is rigged against you. The rich understand that real wealth is built through asymmetrical opportunities, investments with the potential for outsized returns. Think startups, real estate, private equity, the kind of investments they tell you are too risky. And you know what? They are risky, but they also offer the potential for life-changing returns that can catapult you towards financial freedom far faster than any savings account ever could. Now, I'm not saying you should drop out of school, but let's be real. The education system is designed to create obedient employees, not wealthy entrepreneurs. It teaches you to follow the rules, memorize facts, and work for someone else's dream. But it rarely teaches you about money management, investing, or how to build a business. The rich, on the other hand, often encourage their kids to think outside the box, take calculated risks, and develop a strong financial education from a young age. They understand that the real world rewards creativity, problem solving, and the ability to navigate a complex financial landscape, skills that traditional education often overlooks. Ever wonder how the ultra-rich seem to pay less in taxes than you do? It's not magic, it's the tax code. They've got teams of lawyers and accountants who exploit loopholes and deductions that are simply not available to the average person. They structure their businesses and investments in ways that minimize their tax burden, legally. And here's the kicker, they're the ones writing the laws. They lobby politicians, fund campaigns, and influence policy to ensure that the tax system continues to benefit them at the expense of everyone else. It's a rigged system, but understanding how it works is the first step to fighting back. The rich want you to be terrified of debt. Why? Because they know a financially illiterate population is easy to control. They want you to believe that all debt is bad debt, trapping you in a cycle of high-interest payments and financial stress. But here's the truth. The rich use debt strategically to build wealth. They use debt to acquire income-producing assets, invest in businesses, and leverage their capital to generate even greater returns. They understand the difference between good debt, debt that makes you money, and bad debt, debt that costs you money, and they use that knowledge to their advantage. Think about it. Every time you buy the latest iPhone designer handbag or expensive car, who are you really enriching? The rich understand that consumerism is a powerful tool for them. They create the trends, manufacture the desire, and profit handsomely from your spending habits. Instead of investing in assets that appreciate over time like real estate or stocks, most people are stuck in a cycle of buying depreciating liabilities, things that lose value the moment you buy them. Break free from the consumerist trap and start investing in your future, not their bottom line. The truth is, who you know often matters more than what you know. The rich understand the power of networks, and they invest heavily in building relationships with influential people. They attend exclusive events, join private clubs, and surround themselves with other successful individuals. This isn't just about rubbing shoulders with the elite. It's about accessing opportunities, information, and resources that are simply not available to the general public. It's about opening doors that would otherwise remain closed. Remember, your network is your net worth. The rich understand that time is their most valuable asset, and they guard it fiercely. They don't waste it on distractions, meaningless tasks, or activities that don't align with their goals. They've mastered the art of delegation, outsourcing tasks to others so they can focus on what they do best, building wealth and enjoying life. They understand that you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So, start valuing your time like the precious commodity it is. Learn to delegate, automate, and eliminate time-wasting activities from your life. The stock market might seem like a democratic system where everyone has an equal chance, but the reality is far more complex. The rich have access to tools, information, and resources that give them a significant advantage. They have high-frequency trading algorithms, insider information, and the capital to weather market storms that would wipe out smaller investors. They can also manipulate markets to their advantage, shorting stocks, driving down prices, and profiting from the chaos. While you're relying on outdated news and financial advice, they're making moves based on real-time data and insider knowledge. The rich understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone to it. They embrace setbacks as learning experiences, opportunities to refine their strategies and come back stronger. They're not afraid to take calculated risks, knowing that the biggest rewards often come with the biggest challenges. They don't let fear of failure paralyze them into inaction. They understand that the only way to truly fail is to never try at all. So, embrace the fear, step outside your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. The truth is, the less you know about money, investing, and how the world really works, the easier it is for the wealthy to maintain their advantage. They rely on your financial illiteracy to keep you trapped in a cycle of debt, consumerism, and unfulfilled potential. They need you to believe that wealth is out of reach, that the system is too complex, and that you're not smart enough to figure it out. But here's the thing: knowledge is power. Educate yourself about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Read books, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself with people who are financially savvy. So what's the takeaway, men? Stop playing the game they've rigged against you. Stop accepting the limiting beliefs they've hammered into your head. It's time to level up, to think differently, and to start playing by your own rules. Educate yourself about money. Learn to think like an investor, not a consumer. Prioritize ownership over consumption. Start building assets that generate passive income and appreciate in value over time. Break free from the chains of mediocrity and start building your own empire, on your own terms. It's time to outsmart the system and claim the wealth and power they don't want you to have. The path to financial freedom starts with awareness, but it's fueled by action. So go out there, educate yourself, and start building the life you deserve.